these are really the foundations on building a really good physique. And Yo, what is going on, guys? Johnny here from chiseledwolf.com, and today I want to talk about how to properly progressively overload to continue building muscle. I'm going to talk about 3 tactical things that you guys can start doing in your workouts today. Before I do that, I want to talk about the principle and what is progressive overload in the first place and why it's so important for muscle building. So basically, how you build muscle, the general definition of building muscle is you're working out at the gym, you're destroying the muscle fibers, and then you eat protein, you sleep, and the next day your body is recovering and your body is slowly rebuilding the torn muscle fibers so that it can get bigger, which takes a couple of days, and then boom, you're bigger. You just built some muscle. So that's the macro idea of that. But in order for you to do that, to continuously do that, you have to always give your body a reason to grow, or give your body to continue destroying your muscle fibers. So this is where problems can occur, where people can develop plateaus. And this happens a lot when people don't track what they do. A very common example here is people doing the same exact thing every single day. They don't care to increase the weight, they don't care to increase the difficulty. They just do what they've always been doing and expect different results. That's a big problem right there. You have to always aim to get stronger. First tactical thing that you guys can start doing right now, getting stronger. So how do you get stronger? You have to track what you're doing on an exercise. Let's say you're doing the bench press for 100 pounds, right? Do 100 pounds, you're only able to get 6 reps. You either got to increase the weight or you increase your reps. Now it depends on what your rep range you're aiming for. So for me, I like to do 6 to 8 reps. So if you do the bench press for 6 reps, the next workout with the bench press, you're gonna aim for 7 reps. And if you hit that 7, then congratulations, you just got bigger, you just got stronger. Just continue that same principle. So you continue, and you do it with the 8 reps, boom, you just got stronger. But now, because you're at the top of the rep range of between 6 to 8 reps, now you're gonna increase the weight from 100 pounds to 105 pounds. So you increase the weight by 5 pounds and you're going back to the 6 reps. So now you do 105 pounds for 6 reps. And the next day, or the next workout day, you do it for 7 reps. Does that make sense? So you're slowly building up, and the reason why you go so slow, it's a very long process, but that's because you can only build so much muscle so fast, especially as a natural. It's very hard to build muscle compared to losing weight, losing fat. You can lose fat real easily if you're at a proper deficit with your diet. It's really so much easier to burn fat than to build muscle. All right, guys, so tactical step number 2. I kind of described it already, but it's knowing when to increase the weight, knowing when to go heavier. So you go heavier according to if you reach the top set of a rep range that you're working with. So this is why it's very important to know how many sets or what your rep ranges are going to be. So most people, they just do 3 sets of 10 and they reach 10 and they just keep staying at that weight. The thing here is that if you hit 10 real easily, then the effort and intensity was not there to really stimulate the muscle growth. If you can do a bench press for 3 sets of 10 real easily, you gotta increase the weight. You increase the weight to the point where it's hard to hit the rep ranges that you are aiming for. So for example, for me, when I do dumbbell overhead press, if I'm doing 50 pounds each arm, and I'm aiming for 6 to 8 reps, and I get 8 reps, that means on my next workout, when I do the dumbbell overhead press, I'm not doing 50 pounds anymore. I'm gonna be doing 55 pounds because I've reached the top set of 8 reps. Because if I don't increase the weight, then essentially I'm just gonna keep going until I hit 9 reps, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can go on forever to the point where you get diminishing returns for that exercise. So this is just like people who do 10 push-ups every, it's not the best strategy. So you have to increase the difficulty by increasing the weight when you reach the top rep range of your working reps for your sets. So I hope that made sense. Finally, tactical step number 3, get super good with your form. You want your form to be very high quality. So what high quality form means is 2 things. 1, a full range of motion, all right? Full range of motion, you work the most out of that muscle. Because if you just do like half range of motion, you're only working the muscles that's contracting at that motion. But if you go all the way, you're working all of the fibers that allows the arm to move in that motion. So basically focus on a full range of motion for all exercises, unless you're doing something very specific, which is very rare. If you're just trying to build some muscle and functional muscle so that you can look shredded, aesthetic, and have a nice lean physique, then you really want to focus on a full range of motion. You can never go wrong with the full range of motion. On top, with the full range of motion, you want to be able to control that motion. So don't just go as fast as you can. You actually want to go a medium pace as you contract. So if you're doing any push exercises, so if you're pushing with overhead or you're pushing for the bench press, you kind of want to go at a medium pace, but then always remember that as you go down, you kind of want it to be slightly slower than how fast you contracted. So for example, if you're doing pull-ups, right? You kind of want to pull up explosive and hard with good intensity, and you slowly lower yourself down. You don't have to slow yourself down so much to where it's very, very difficult to do. Just make sure that when you're eccentrically going down, that it's just slightly slower than how fast you were able to contract. So if you're doing the bicep curl, right, it should look like this. The pace should look like this. So as you can see, it's a full range and it's very controlled. So those are the 2 things that you should really look for when it comes to having really good form. If you get the basics down right with good form, then you're set. You're set for the rest of your lifting career, because these are really the foundations on building a really good physique. And you see a lot of people who ego lift, their form is not that good. They just want to go for the heaviest weight, and it's very dangerous. And number 2, you're not going to benefit from that besides showing off to your friends that you can push some heavy weight with bad form. So guys, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what your favorite tactic or tip was. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.